All right, so I saw on the news the headlines yesterday that the Nigerian government have set up a committee that will work with the U.S. government on counterterrorism operations, focusing on intelligence sharings and a couple of other things. Well, personally, I don't think that is going to yield any result, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't believe that is going to yield any result. I think, and also before I tell you why, I think it would have been important for the American government to demand that Nigerian government show some level of commitment and readiness to tackle insecurity. You know, while they keep the military their military operations option open, they should have requested that the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria show commitment in actually fighting and ending terrorism. And the only way for me that the Nigerian government can show that commitment is by exposing the sponsors of both of the terrorism in Nigeria. This includes those in and outside of the government, because they have the list. They have the list. They know those people. The U.S. government have the list. I think the UAE have the list. Nigerian government have the list. So I think the U.S. government should have first of all demanded of the Nigerian government to show commitment, serious commitment by publishing that list, arresting those people, and then persecuting them. Now, once they arrest those people, then the U.S. government, because of course there will be some kind of some pocket of violence as a way of trying to, mostly from northern Nigeria, and of course from the terrorists themselves who have been sponsored, to try to show their reservation or anger that these people have been exposed or arrested. Then the U.S. government can come in and work with the Nigerian military to mop up those pocket of violence. That is for me would have been the best option first to start with. But the reason why I said this counterterrorism intelligence sharing with the Nigerian government is not going to work is because, first of all, that very important step have not been taken. Now, I'll give you an instance. I believe that if the US share in intelligence with the Nigerian military and Nigerian government, that intelligence is going to end up with the terrorists as well. They are going to know about it because you explained to me how the general was killed. It's in the news that when he escaped from the bandit, from his captors, he made contact with the military, gave them his location, and then while he was waiting for them to come and extradite him or rescue him or whatever I want to call it, the bandit caught up with him. Some other people said it could have been the communication was intercepted. I am of the opinion that someone within the military would have released that intel to the bandits, who end up getting to the man before the military got there. So, and of course, if you look at the previous government, you will understand that, or you would have seen, or it's common knowledge that many of the so-called repentant terrorists were absorbed into the Nigerian military. And Nigeria is the only country in history, as far as I know, that will arrest terrorists who have repented, instead of keeping them somewhere to extract information from them to help in counterterrorism by giving them information. But they gave them the military uniform, they gave them the arms, and they are sending them in the field, which means this will now have access to military briefings, access to military strategies, access to where armories are, access to the military operations, and when they are agile, when they are more vulnerable, and even when they are strong. In the same light, these people also have access to those intelligence. So if the Nigerian government have not, first of all, exposed those sponsors who are currently in the military, some in the government, some are traditional northern traditional rulers, some are Islamic clerics. If the government have not shown commitment by arresting and persecuting these people first, whatever thing the US government want to do with intelligence sharing will not yield any result. Because that is going to, as a matter of fact, even if, of course, for some of you who see videos online where the stories themselves post, you see how they go around showcasing the arms they have, the armored vehicles they have, and stuff. Now, some of those vehicles, I know some of them would have been bought, but some of them would have been gotten from the military. through raiding of barracks and the rest. Those who have sophisticated weapons, the Nigerian government may not, the Nigerian military may not even have access to. Because of course, money that is meant for army is being embezzled and stolen. Because of that corruption that the government is supposed to look at if they really want to end terrorism. I am of the opinion, or I'm still of the opinion that the military option is the best option. I have seen a lot of fanatics in the name of Islamic clerics, the likes of Sheikh Gumi and the Arewa, whatever constitution, talking nonsense about them negotiating and paying these people. And I think one of the governors made a statement that these guys are in the forest where bombs will not get to. I don't understand. That is the most dumb statement coming from a chief security officer of the state. If there are bombs that can hit bunkers and penetrate the what do you call it, brick walls, where are those guys hiding that bombs will not get to? Where are those guys hiding that bombs will not get to? Those are just excuses that these guys are giving to. Of course, the Nigerian government is gullible. They want a second term, so they will accept any information or any suggestion or anything that is thrown at them that will excuse them from going all out to end this terrorism. I don't think this committee with the military is going to yield any result at all, because there are some housekeeping, some initial things that should have been done before they even get to that point of sharing intelligence with them, because those intelligence will end up with the military, with the terrorists, which they will use to either fortify their positions or kind of move out of certain places before the military even get there to do anything. As in the military would actually be sent to do anything. All the Boko Haram, the terrorists that have been absorbed into the military should be sent on compulsory retirement. They should be settled into civilian life or whatever they want to do with them. That's not my business. But there should be that uniform. That military uniform should be taken should be taken away from them. They should be disarmed and be retired. Whatever the government wants to do with them, give them amnesty or whatever. With the way the Niger Delta militants knew the creeks and everything in the Niger Delta, when they were given amnesty, how many of them were absorbed into the military? How many of them were given the military uniform to wear and given arms to carry by the government? Why is it that when it comes to the north, things are done differently? Can you see? And this was done by the grand patron of Boko Haram and terrorism in Nigeria, the late Muhammadu Buhari. It would not have been another government if not his. And now even generals are coming to echo. And now, like I said, there needs to be a complete sensitization of our military. Because these guys are now putting on Nigerian uniform. Nigerian military regalia and uniforms. Carrying arms. Some of them leading squadron units. And then when they go there, if you hear some of the guys who have been in the military will tell you, don't engage. They'll tell them not to engage. They'll tell them some of them are just farmers, are just this. And at the end of the day, those guys will attack them and kill them. So I am still of the opinion that the US should go ahead with the military operations they want to do. Honestly, the Nigerian government is not ready. And setting up this committee is very hasty. There should have been other steps that should have been done first. And one of them should have been publish the list of the sponsors, arrest them and persecute them. Heaven will not fall. We will cope with the aftermath of that. Heaven will not fall. But jumping to go and set up a committee to share intelligence with them and possibly give them arms that will end up in the hands of the terrorists, I'm not sure it's a wise decision. I don't think so. That is my thinking. Thank you for watching.